the way the economy is now, we have a lot of people who are considered low income, and they're not able to get this type of support for their children, and these children need the most help. And plus, birth to 5 years old is like just the most crucial time for their development, and how their brain is still actually really developing. If they're not getting any kind of education or stimulation, they're not going to be that successful later in life. Being able to see what it's like to work at just a regular, where the parents pay to go to a preschool, versus this where it's free to the parents. Challenges are the parent involvement and behavioral. I know it may be a stereotype, but there actually is a lot more behavioral issues with these children than there are with kids who go, or whose parents pay to go to a preschool. I've seen there's definitely challenges. There's a big difference between those two different types of preschools. That goes to like our DRDPs with the impulse control, conflict negotiation. We're constantly trying to make them use their words. We're not hitting. We have to. We're here to provide all those types of tools and practice getting them their social skills down. The emotional part, promoting it. We're not telling them they're allowed to cry. It's always okay to cry. That's what I think of when I think of emotional, is crying. During temper tantrums, we ignore it, because if you go over to a child and give them what they want when they're doing a temper tantrum, that's how they're always going to want to get that's always what they're going to try to do to get what they want. So I guess those are kind of ways to cognitive development. That's a lot of stimulation from our circle times when we're dancing, moving. The computers help there. The computers in the classroom, they provide actually a lot of help. It's not just all the games on the computer are educational. There's math, there's the singing, there's movement, ABCs. So I think the technology definitely helps the children learn in some other way than just having the teacher talk to them and teach them. So it's another way of teaching, I guess. Reading, lots and lots of reading. We have tons of books, and a lot more dialogue. There's a lot of communication going on, so kids are thinking about things more clearly, I guess. That's when outside comes into play. We do have actually the block area. We see a lot more physical play. They're building things, big blocks. They're building big towers, houses. They're pretending like they're on a motorcycle by building the blocks. But physical, I see more outside, because there's more room. Because it's a different stimulating environment, and we could tell it when it's raining outside and we have to stay inside. They need to be able to run, because they can't run inside. They really need to be running, doing flips. They want to ride bikes. They really need to get their mind stimulated. So by going outside, it provides them to be loud. They can have their outside voices out there. They could use a lot of their gross motor skills. Whereas inside, we can't be running. We can't do that kind of thing. Maintaining our ratios. That's when we have more teachers for more children. So maintaining our ratios. Security, we have the sign in and sign out sheet. A parent drops off, or guardian, whoever drops off the child, will need to sign their name and then put the time that they dropped off. And then whoever's picking up, they have to be actually on the emergency card to pick up. And if we do not know that person, we have to have them show the ID. We also have a transition form, and it just helps us to see who's here. And then the sign-in sheet is going to let us know who dropped off, what time, who's here. Transition form is really important for us, because we're going on our breaks, we're doing paperwork, we're going in and out of the classroom a lot. So when we come back, we're going to have to check that transition form and see who's in, who's out. And when you initial the transition form, you know who took out that child at what time. So that's our form of security. Doors are always shut. We have stop signs on all the doors where the kids cannot. They see that sign at their level, and that means stop. They can't open doors. practicing the family style lunches where, we're practicing eating, putting on our plate what we're going to eat, and if we want more, then we get more later. A lot of the time, kids aren't getting the nutrition that they need to be getting, and so by us providing the food for them, we're able to regulate their nutritional values. Brushing your teeth, to promote personal hygiene, and a lot of time they don't do that at home. I think one thing I've noticed working for Head Start is a lot of times they're dental. They don't have enough time. They don't have enough money to have dental insurance, and they just don't practice brushing teeth at home. And we have a lot of children coming in that their teeth look like they should be 40 years old. Their teeth are, luckily they're only baby teeth and they'll fall out soon, but that really promotes the hygiene, and at least it gets them brushing, because they might not be doing it at home. Washing hands, going to the bathroom, flushing the toilet, things like that. When they come in the first thing in the morning, they are to go potty and wash their hands. During lunchtime, they're supposed to be washing their hands before they eat lunch. After lunch, they'll go potty, wash their hands again, lay down, go take a nap, and then usually it depends on how rushed the parents are to pick up, but they'll probably wash their hands again before they leave. So before they leave, that kind of varies, but washing hands is a big deal. Having Head Start here, I think it really helps the communities and kids being able to get the tools to make them successful.